Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Show with Smart Robbie. And we also have it, that's right, last Friday we have seen the market started to correct and it's no surprises, right? We have seen also Upthrust appearing third time. So what is Upthrust? Upthrust is a sign of weakness. For those of you who is very familiar with our VSA, volume spread analysis, would have taken a little bit of action during this time to take some evasive action. And right now we do have the KLSE also selling down another 10 points in here, which also coincides. I do think the foreign funds are also leaving. And let's take a look at what we have for you this morning. Now, if you look at the market, what I have here is a VSA 360. Let me just bring out my slide here and we're going to go on to the bigger chart, which is here. And we look at the KLSE on the Smart Robbie. You would have seen, let me take a look in here. That's right, market is down 12 points. That's right, 1504. Okay, 1504 here. I think it's starting to, yep, sorry, 1493, 1493, because last Friday was 1505. So it is down minus 0.72. And if you look from the chart wise, let me just zoom it up from in here using the Smart Robbie. You could see this sign of weakness following by a widespread bar, and this morning we're having another widespread bar too. That isn't really a good thing. Now, we did talk about last Friday the beginning of bull run. Now, no doubt any bull run there's always punctuated with correction, and this is a correction we are looking for, but more of it on our breakfast show. And let me give you the breakdown that is needed so far in here. Now, let's take a look at what we have in store today. Is our sharing is the market correction which you have seen. Now, of course, we did talk about the bull market that we have previously in here, but this bull market do actually take a pause in here. And also we are seeing also this Friday, this coming Friday is the 31st of August, which is actually another maybe 9 more days. The focus will be on the Wyoming meeting of the US FOMC and what are likely to do for the remaining of the year. So that's why you always notice, right? This meeting by the US FOMC in Jacksonville always talk about, you know, the kind of monetary policy and likelihood is the next course of action, what they will do, either tightening or more quantitative, and the market usually gets spooked. So that's why we always going to give you a hint here on the month of September. That's right, month of September. And how do we know that? Check out the VSA 360. Let me just bring out the VSA 360 and check out the seasonality. All right, if we bring up the seasonality and if you look at month of September, this is the month of September. You can see many months, right? Many months. All of them are negative return. So month of September, take note, we're going to be seeing a correction in here. That also tell you the end of this September or somewhere in between. If you can spot the market setup, a nice place for you to be starting by, and then you'll see the remaining of the month potentially in October and December will be the rallying month. So take note of this. This is some of the seasonality that is presented on the VSA 360, but you can also pair together with Smart Robbie. All right. So if you look from here, thank you for sharing in here. And what we are seeing now is the continuation of S3, which is a sideways market to likely retest back the old support at 1500 when I was talking at this time doing these notes, but since then it's broken down and the market is down another 10 points. So there's a widespread bar on the downside. Higher volume wasn't present last Friday. We have to see today what kind of volume we are seeing in here. Temporary weakness with the new SOW, and no doubt about it, the red pentagon will come out tonight or today, depending where we are. So for beginners, you want to stick to the good foundation, fundamental stock dividend in here. That will give you some sort of play in here. Market continue to be very volatile and collect some of those dividend stocks. And Smart Robbie and VSA 360 continue to use the Pentagon guided system, which basically tell you the market ready to go higher and lower. And in between, we have the sign of strength and sign of weakness. And that's why we are willing to bet on this market will start to correct right now after hitting 1530, which we already talked about the resistance over there, and the market is correcting in here. Hopefully the correction will continue also to the month of September, when we do not know. We have to see how much this correction, but it is starting right now as we talk about this correction that you see in here. Don't panic. It doesn't mean this market is going to be selling back to 140. So it's important that you follow some of the information we talk here and learn to read the chart and follow the Pentagon guide, the red or green Pentagon in here. Of course, the Pentagon guide continue to be in the market. We've been very, very cautious going in. We only have two trades. IJM still holding up, just down 1%, and Chrono, which is up 1%, pretty much fair off. And these are the stock following our Pentagon guide trading portfolios. If you want to follow that, that's a QR code. You can check that one out for the kind of position here. So far, our KLCI Pentagon guide continue to be beaten by our Pentagon guide results in here. As such, the market coming back to July, it's about down 11%. Now it's recovered a bit. Our portfolio pretty much the same, hasn't really moved up, stay stagnant despite the market is down. We're still beating it overall the year, but let's take a look at some of the things I want to check out for the members in here. And thank you for sharing in here. If you have any stocks that you want me to take a look, do pencil those in. I can use a smart Robi to check it out in here. So right now, if you look from let me just switch to a wider chart here. What is really in the market gainer is the some of the active stocks here. LG, MS, Mtronic, Hatta is down another 3% at 174. That has taken a beating since the announcement of the result and not so good forecast going in. Some major decliner in here. KLK and MPI, Nestle, all the blue chip stocks. And as such, usually we may see blue chip stock declining, and this is due to foreign funds also leaving. And you can also check that out from tradevsa.com website in here. Let me just show you where you can get some of those information. And that's right. And also, we also have a campaign here, trade and get discount for membership renewal for our VSA member in here and Smart Robi users. So if you have done a couple of trades and made money using the Smart Robi recommendation, let us know and we'll give you the discount to subscribe to the VSA 360 in here. And here we are, you can see Hatta is down, Inari is down. We do see a sell-off right now at the technology stocks this morning in here. And you can see foreign funds started to, ease off right to 45 million. We did hit the 230 million. And I think tonight, by the time tomorrow, if you come back to tradevsa.com, you'll see foreign funds started to leave from this market in here. So take note of it. But then we can still pick a couple of great stocks using the Robi FA selection. And let me show you what I mean here. Let me switch back to my, So you can go to Robi FA, right in the middle. That's the one. And you could see this is the one that will give you some of the great stock. We have G-Tronics, Matrix, and Batukawan, which is rated 5, 6 out of 8 and 6 out of 8. Good choice. Pay some dividend. We will check out some of those stocks in here. Being a beginner this morning in here, we just want to make sure we get some of these more fundamental, more FA stock to back us up. Now, if you look at the KLCI right now, this morning, and so let me just bring, this is a static chart that you see here, but let me show you the live chart that we have for Smart Robi. Just log into VSA 360 and you get down to here. Okay, let me just get my mouse here. VSA 360, and if you go on to this one here, this is a chart that you can see. So the market is down 11 points. All right, down 11 points. So you can see here, that's why we have two widespread bar really breaking below the 1500. 1500 is over here, and that's probably a tall tale sign that the volume is still early. So question is, right now, will we see a spring at the end of the 5 o'clock, or we'll see a line change continue, inverse line change or sell-off, retesting back this 01490 level in here. So that's the VSA 360. You want to check this out. This is some of our live data chart here that pretty much tells you where this market is likely to be going. All right, so that is the live chart, and market right now is only doing maybe about 500 million volume in here. Usually we hit about 2.4, 2.5 billion per day in here. Okay, and let's go on to our, so we do have green Pentagon, but that green Pentagon might change very soon, okay, because we already said before, the live chart that you see on VSA 360 right now, as this morning in here, 11:10:25, it's pointing more to the downside in here. green pentagon, but market is likely correct. And we have 3 upthrusts. You can see, let me switch to a wider chart here. Yeah. And you can see the first upthrust taken out, second upthrust taken out. This is the third one. And maybe we are not third time lucky. The upthrust always means profit taking in here again. You can see the last upthrust, we have the bad one, and that market actually corrected. So we will see some correction in here. Question it, will it break some more lower? Okay, let's dwell down a bit more in here. Market stages. Okay, now we have seen before, if we draw this line here, let me just bring up the pen. Okay, bring out the pen. You can see we are pretty much here, right? And then from here onwards, it's tend to stay sideways. So we are in likely a stage 3 here, okay? A stage 3, and usually that's not a really good thing, all right? Market may pause, but we can need for it to go back to 1450. That's the level we don't want to. But it's possible, depending how the US market reacting to the, as I said before, the outcome of the meeting at Jackson Hole in Wyoming at the 31st of August in here. So that would be some sort of indication. But WIX is also moving to the upside, which I will update on the morning podcast. So right now you can see this violation of the 1500 is valid, so the market is likely to go a bit down in here. We do have widespread RA last Friday, and also right now this live data that we have is also another widespread RA. The sustainability of 150 has been broken down, but we want to see where the end of today we will see and spring or not, depending what's happening in here. The foreign funds, as I said before, started to curve down. You can see here, right? Every time when the market has lots of good foreign funds coming in here, the market continue to go up, but this does mean it's going to be down. So KLCI has peaked temporarily, so keep that in mind. Now, if you have any question you want to ask me, do pencil those in there. I'll be happy to check it out, all of you, information that you need. Now, let's look at the Robi FA list. Last Friday, 15th of August, we still did some SK Press and MAGN. All right, and let's take a look at them. Now, if you look back on the episode 184, this time is episode 185, you can see the market stages has crossed above the 0 line. So that was a pretty good start. You can see market here, there was a time when it did break to the top side here. There was a nice line change. And of course, this market being as volatile, what you see, quickly profit take into place and spotted at 164, 15th of August, did hit high of 174, which is a potential upside of about 6.7% in here, giving it a 335 profit from a 5K trade. Now the market has pulled back in here, and we'll see, right? This begins to form a support whether this holds or not in here. So market is nicely trending it up here. So have a trading plan. Most important, if you're a shorter trading plan, then you might want to take a bit of profit. Whatever the case is, please always find some sort of strategy in this market in here. Again, as I said before, this year, it's not that rosy. It is. No doubt we still have this new bull market here, but it's going to be going up, punctuated in here. All sorts being this. Trading plan is important in here. All right. So that's the first one, and let's take a look at the second one. Stock we talked about was MAGN. That's right, MAGN did close above the 0 in here, but there was no further movement, and market started to push back to the downside. You can see right here, this is the market stages. If you look from a Smart Robi chart here, you can put on the MAGN, and MAGN again is one of those strong dividend payer. Let's check out because this is a Robi FA stock, and let's go to stock fundamentals. Right, this would give it a 5% dividend, much better than what you get from the bank side, right? Giving a rating of 5, ROE of 12% in here. Again, this one is on packaging and also on apparel, right? So the kind of valuation is different from the others, which is like banks, which was valuated higher because of the interest rate movement. So right now, MAGN seem to be moving in the sideways market here. So you can see from this chart. Let me just bring out my. Okay, and spotted 155. Okay, that's the second chart, and you can see, oh, okay, let me just go back that again, and you can see pretty much still the same at 188. right? Not much movement in here, but you still collect the 5% dividend. Now let's take a look at the Robi FA stock for this week. And we have Gatronics and Matrix, okay? So how do I know that? Just go on to Magnitech Robi FA collections, right? And you can see here, just switch on to a wider chart here. Globetronics, 5 out of 8, Matrix 6 out of 8, and Batu Kawan. All right, so let's take a look at the first one. What is the FA of a Globetronic? Globetronic has turned green pentagon. You can see from here. So click on to 7022. Go to stock fundamentals. All right, and you can see from here it's undervalued. Target price of 143. All right, with the potential of 12% in here and 6% dividend. Okay, wow, that's a good one in here. ROE of 18 and PE of 15. And there was on news this morning. Let's check out the news too. And I think that news was quite positive. Let me see what it is. Globetronic on track with strong earning, which is dated July 28. Okay, that was only about couple of weeks ago in here. Second profit is up 79% to 11.2. So that looks pretty good. And lots of upside for this, which actually been beaten down a lot, the stocks in here. Right, Globetronic is below expectation. That was in April. And I think cut the target price. That was item number 6. So when the analysts started to reevaluate back Globetronics, and who knows, Globetronics may go a bit higher from here onwards. So check out the Smart Robi in here. Next one we have next one we have is Matrix. Matrix is a very nice trade here. You can see the setup here. Sideways movement, low volume in here, then we have a line change. More importantly is that do we see substantial volume coming in? I think that's very important. Let's look at Matrix this morning here. The livestock prices. It's down minus 0.4% at 228 in here. No doubt the green pentagon, but we can look at the fundamental right now. Fundamental is at 5%. All right. Dividend at 5%, another good dividend collector like the Globetronics in here. ROE of 10% in here and a PE of 9 times with the target price at the PE of 10.5 times at 258, which is really the old high that you see here. Another upside of 12% in here. So this kind of stocks, if you can get 6, 8, 10%, that's where you want to be. But at least it provides some sort of a support from a dividend standpoint, especially makes a lot of sense to the beginner. Let me know what you think below in here and give me a thumbs up. All right, we also have Kevin want to look at A-Health. We'll check it out after that. So in summary, we are still likely in a new bull market. The pullback is expected after the sign of weakness that we've seen, like we saw the 3 Upthrust on the KLSE. And remember, month of September is traditionally been very bearish, which I share with you in the VSA 360. So it's one of the great tools that you should have, VSA 360 in here. And we also have one of the offers you check out on our website if you're a Smart Robi user. And if you traded using some of our Smart Robi trades in here, the percentage of return that you get is the percentage of discount you will get. So check it out. Just contact our help desk there. And month of September, again, very bearish for the last 6 years. So no doubt that's why we are seeing this correction. The market was going to dip down. But at least when the market is down during this month, coming to the month end or month of September, you can buy some great FA stocks and collect the dividend too. All right. Red for red pentagon. And if you do see red pentagon, you want to get out, do get out. Market stages indicators are already showing some in here. All right. So we really want to bring out the best using Smart Robi and VSA 360. And part of our day-to-day challenge is our training for our trader to go through the 20-day trading challenge. And the recent one that we did in June when the market was down, we still have our contestant, which is our members, Eric and Kit Go, making very good return, buckling the trend of the market, which is possible despite the KLSE was down. And the only way to do that is the right kind of training. In here, you could see Eric here making 28%, while the KLSE was down 2.4% in here. And one of the ways to explore this new market is definitely enrolling in our masterclass. And this weekend, I'll be doing the US portfolio in here. So make sure you join me. And if you're a member, you're allowed to join me from the masterclass in here. If not, you want to sign up and look into it. Remember, we talk about US market in here, a lot of great opportunity. 4888 for 1 year unlimited pass and 12-month membership sign up in here. And if you are ready, right, do join me this coming Wednesday. I'll be talking the largest wealth transfer started in US market, 24th of August in here. And for those of you who want to stand a chance to win our 3-month subscription for our VSA training, absolutely free. All you got to do is review us on Google, on the Google review in here with no less than 200 words. And what is the greatest takeaway that you have for today? And if your entry is good, you stand to win a chance of 3-month VSA membership worth 1,000 again. That's all you need to do. Just give us what you have learned today in here. Simple things in here. And do sign up for our newsletter, and where we will be giving weekly or daily stock educational ideas that will help you bring you to the next level in here, all right, which is active in it. And don't forget to subscribe to our VSA newsletter. And if you're ready, do subscribe to our Trade VSA package in here. Great prizes and with great value in here, all right. And of course, continuing good review from many of our subscribers and also viewer like yourself. Thank you again for your time. Thank you again for your support in here. And right now, we'll be looking at a couple of stocks. Some of the person in here wanted me to take a look. Let's take a look at A Health. We have Pentec also. So I will use the VSA 360, right? VSA 360 in here. Let's look at Pentec. Let's look at A Health, which is Apex Health. All right, Apex Health. Of course, I do hope that you have entered somewhere around here, 285. And that's about 16% return in here. You get 10%. So right now we are seeing temporary weakness. And remember, right, this market has dipped. You can see 1, 2, 3. These 3 things. Every time when the market exceeded this danger zone, the red line here, you have to be very careful. And the market's now correcting in here. All right. So as I said before, when it started to dip back lower, you need to take profit. Even right now, if you take some profit, I think it's also fine. All right, not really in here because weakness are really coming in here. No doubt about it. The trend is still up. If you learn how to buy on the pullback, which you have learned, right, Kelvin, to our pullback cost, then you can see, take profit first, buy back on the pullback, and then go back in again. I think that will be much wiser in here. We also have Pentec, okay, which is another technology stock. Now, Pentec started, you have already resistance in here. And again, right, the sign of weakness. This sign of weakness usually is not a good thing. All right, the market's still moving sideways yet. Okay, you have an old resistance here at about 70 cents in here. There's another resistance, couldn't break. You see, try to test out, but then a lot of seller comes in here, not ready to go higher in here. So you want to have a support, a good support in here will be around the 63, 62 cents in here. If you break that longer term, you need to be out. Okay, right? Because overall, this market, the KLCI is turning, right? Many of these stocks will also turn. Even this morning, you can see Inari started to turn down already, which is down 4%, and that also causes the entire technology stocks to further turn down too. Okay, so hopefully, if Inari can hold its ground, and also take note, right? This earning was a great earnings. I remember, I think there was a big surprise from the earnings came out last Friday, right? And they decided to start taking profit already. There was a good profit from Inari, but guess what? They are saying that could be a peak earnings, so people want to take some profit first in here. Okay, so those are the stocks. Let's see. Okay, Press Metal. We got Press Metal again. It's a long-term play, short-term. Take some profit in here. All right, you got Upthrust already. So I do see that this market likely to congest sideways first. When you have spring, you got Upthrust, market can't go up in here. But the market has turned. Longer run, I think this market again, following the overall market, KLCI would move up. But remember, month of September. And one of the ways you really want to check it out is go to P Metal, and you want to see this come, depending your short term or long term anyway, right? If you're shorter term, and you can go to the seasonality of Press Metal. You can see here, and Press Metal usually, okay, let me just open this up on the VSA 360 in here. Month of July, August, September, okay. September, we got 3 bearish months, 1, 2, 3. So it's quite even out lah. Then October, we got also quite even out. But the bullish one is definitely December. Okay, December. July is the best. You can see, July has always been the best month in here. So use this to your advantage. Right now, the yearly return is about 44%. And year to date is about 14%. So that tells you this market is likely to pull back through and probably give it a bit of a positive return rather than now. That's how I see this market in here. Okay. And all right, if any of this stock, let me take a look at it. I'm happy with that. And I do hope that you have learned something today and the education sharing that we've done here. And don't forget to subscribe to our Telegram channel in here for more education. And I will do a morning update on our morning podcast. Thank you for coming. I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.